Hello, Cairn Christian School community. My name is Kevin Hunick, the Executive Director of Cairn Christian School, and I wanted to reach out to you today to let you know about a few things that are taking place right now at Cairn Christian School due to the current global COVID-19 crisis. I'm recording this at 4 p.m. on Monday, March the 16th. I mentioned that as the response to and measures in place for COVID-19 are changing so quickly, day by day and hour by hour, that everything I say here may all be irrelevant when you actually view this video. But that being said, I think it's important that you remain informed. We announced last Thursday at 5:30 p.m. that we would close for 2 weeks following the March break, following the direction of the Ontario Minister of Health and the Ontario Minister of Education for publicly funded K-12 schools, and from the excellent guidance from Advanced Christian Schools Association, who have been working tirelessly on our behalf. We are a relatively small community, but we as a community are also exposed to thousands of others who travel and thousands of others who are vulnerable. Our school sites, as a result, will be closed to all activity until April 6th at the earliest, and to all rentals or other activity until Easter weekend. We may open at designated times and under specific protocols for staff and students to retrieve necessary items for their learning. We are aware of other jurisdictions' decisions to close indefinitely for the current school year, and we do want to acknowledge that this is a very real possibility for us as well. We just don't know yet. We do know that we want to keep our kids safe, we want to keep our families safe, and we want to work to ensure that this virus is be able to handled by our healthcare system. We don't want to contribute to virus spread beyond system capacity. This is how we show love to each other, and it's how we love our communities, and it's how we love the world. The school leadership team, made up of myself, Bonnie Desjardins, the site principal at Stony Creek, and Joyce Corneef, the site principal at Smithville, have been meeting daily and are currently discussing the design and scope of learning plans during the shutdown. We're working with and researching best practices surrounding remote learning for elementary students as they apply to our student and parent communities here in the Hamilton and Niagara regions, and to their specific abilities and limitations as that they experience with respect to access to information and communication. The teaching staff will reconvene this coming Monday following March break by way of a virtual meeting to discuss and learn how they will move forward designing learning experiences. Staff who have been traveling will, of course, be required to self-isolate for 14 days following their return. Social distancing guidance will be practiced. We want to make sure that we put in place measures for our students' well-being, socially, emotionally, and academically. And at the same time, we want to acknowledge that we are not the only ones experiencing a loss of service or distance from school. Our plans will be measured, helpful, and age-appropriate. We are making plans for our paraeducators, our office staff, custodial and bus drivers, whose work largely depends on the physical presence of our students. Please pray for wisdom for the leadership team as we work with insurance and government supports for employees and determine next steps with respect to caring for them through a shutdown. These are anxious and uncertain times. We as Christians are positioned to share the love of Christ in ways that we are able. Sometimes that looks like keeping our distance. Sometimes it involves a helping hand to those who are the most vulnerable and who need it. I want to encourage you to find those ways in your own networks and community. We continue to look at our mission as a school community and who we are to you. We will inspire students to love, learn, and lead together in God's world. Stay tuned for how we plan to live into that mission in a context that is new to all of us. We will be connecting with some of our staff members and families this week for consultation and direction. We covet your prayers from you, our support community, and please know that we're also praying for you, regardless of where you find yourself in this or how you're processing these events. Our unofficial theme verse through all of this, if you will, was God speaking to Joshua in advance of uncertain and challenging times. Joshua 1 verse 9 states, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." This message did not guarantee safety, nor did it prescribe easy times ahead. It did, however, speak to Joshua the promises that God continues to speak to us today, that He's our God and that He will be with us wherever we go. And as you go, continue to live as connected in Christ, exemplified through our community character traits of curiosity, compassion, collaboration, integrity, perseverance, and joy. Thank you.